Today I'm sketching in Tayasui Sketches. Hi everyone, Steve Elliott here again. Because I'm planning on doing a best 5 drawing apps video, I thought I would put a few of them that I use through the paces, just so it reminds me of what each of them does. And because if I do this review, or I don't know if it's a review or what, but if I do this comparison, I want to know the apps properly. I don't want to just sort of pick 5 random apps that I barely use. So I thought, I've used Tayasui Sketches before. I liked it, so I thought I'd give it another go. So I'm just doing this pen and ink drawing, and I have to say, I'm impressed with it again. This could also be a possible contender for my next sketchbook series. It's very similar to Paper 53, except it's got a few more tools. You've got a selection tool where you can enlarge and shrink things and move things around. There's a few more brushes. There's a ruler. Still at the free, this is the free version, by the way. There's only one layer in the free version, and you can save it as a PNG. But you can also create books, not in the same way, not like a flip book in Paper by 53, but you can arrange your projects into books. So this could be a contender, and I really like it. I've enjoyed doing this sketch. So as you know, I've been to St. Ives. I've taken like loads of photos, and I thought I would do this sketch. And what I want to point out to you about the sketch, if you're getting into any sketching, when you're doing things like terrain and ground and things, and you start hatching that in with your pencil or pen or whatever you're using, if you follow the lay of the land with your strokes, you can create an impression, 3D impression, that the contours of the land. And I think you can see here in this sketch, just by doing just sort of little areas at a time, changing the direction of the pen strokes or the hatching, it gives the impression that the ground has got form and is 3-dimensional. And I've also used the eraser as well to lift out. There we go. I'm doing that now to lift out some of the pen lines to create paths in the ground, or that could be crags in rocks or whatever. So bear that in mind when you're sketching. If you use your hatching to follow, well, you should always do it. You should make it a matter of course. Follow the direction of the object that you're drawing. It will give it form and appear a lot more realistic, even if it's just a simple sketch like this. So I've only used one brush for all of this sketch, and that's the pen tool. And as soon as I used it, I liked it straight away. You can't see it so much in this sketch, but the lines aren't even. It's not a smooth line. They're quite jagged and looks like the pen isn't putting down the ink evenly and it's blobbing it a little bit. I really liked it. What I was looking for was a kind of a Japanese style brush, and I got sidetracked and I came across this. So I was sort of going through all the apps and I thought, I'm just going to try this out and do this drawing in this. So it's very similar to Paper by 53. You can change the size of your brush as well, which is a nice, cool feature that I think is only available in the Pro version of Paper by 53. So for a free app, this is excellent. It really is. I don't know what the maximum sizes you can work on, but I tend to use these apps just for sketching, so I'm not too worried about that size. It does export as a PNG, and you can also record the screen and capture your drawing as a video, but you need to set that up before you start drawing. I discovered it when I come to export, and if I'd have known, I'd have definitely recorded it to try that out. So, got the name on, must be nearly finished. I say, you know what, I said I've only used one brush, and that's the pen brush. I lied, because I used the watercolour brush as well. I just thought I just filled that white space with a little bit of sky, and just like paper 53, the watercolour doesn't sort of obliterate and smudge out the ink drawing below, so that's cool. I did use the eraser just to sort of lift out some of the colour that went into the roof, and I also had to just darken up one or two lines that had become a little bit faded with the wash going over the top. So that is it. That is my ink sketch of St Nicholas Church in St Ives. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, a big thumbs up as always is much appreciated. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. I have lots of videos like this, and I would love to be sharing them with you. So hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye.